So one memory that I had is when, before I moved out to Arizona, I went down to Worcester to go see family, and I saw Abuela, and she was there, and she gave me so much love, and we said a prayer together before I moved out just to wish health and happiness upon me, and I feel like that really carried with me. I mean, I'm back here in Mass with my family, and I'm healthy, and I thank you, Abuela, for your prayers. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done.
So I remember the first time I met my grandmother was out in El Salvador. I was only about probably 6 years old, 7, around then. And for some reason, I can't say, unfortunately, with how busy life gets, I've had a lot of memories. But I do remember that I didn't forget what she looked like when she came back to America. She looked just like the same woman that I met. So it was really cool seeing that even though you meet someone once, you do have a memory that burns in your head forever. So, love you, Grandma.
So my best memories with Grandma is when I would go over to Carla's house. We would play Xbox until like 3 in the mornings, and then when she would wake up and go see us, she would yell at us to go to sleep, and she wouldn't go back to sleep until we would go back to sleep. My favorite moments with Grandma is when I go visit my aunt's house to go see her. I would tell her that I love her. Even though I don't know how to say Spanish right, but I'll let her know that I love her so much in Spanish. And quiero mucho, Abuela.
So my favorite memories with Abuelita has to be when we would go out to eat, and she would like pinch me on the thigh under the tables, and then she would laugh about it, and I had so much fun looking at her like that, because you could just tell she was having so much fun just teasing me. Another memory has to be when I would go over Titi's house, and I would sleep over, and I would cuddle with Abuela, and she would just tell me stories of El Salvador, and, you know, the beaches, the food, and yeah, I love being with her. So I love you a lot, Abuela.
Hey everybody, I'd like to share this beautiful memory that I have of my grandmother, and it was the first time I met her, and she slept over our house when she came from El Salvador. I must have been 11 years old, and so when she slept over, I realized that she was putting a bandana on, and it's something she does wear almost every day, and she's been doing this for as long as I've known her. But she told me that the reason why she put the bandana on is because she wanted to avoid getting lice from my head. And at first I wanted to cry and get emotional because I felt offended, but then I realized my grandmother has the funniest sense of humor I've ever known. She's that way with all of us, and so that's a beautiful memory I like to share, one of them. And another one is that I have on record footage of when my grandmother stated that I look like her.
Qué bonita. Siempre pregunta por usted, abuelo Chico. Bella. Y yo soy bonita, yo no soy fea. Bien, bien bonita me veo. Qué bonita. Ahí vos me parezco. Ay,
padre. Love you, Grandma.
So my fondest memory of you is I always loved how you would always wear a bandana or a headband. So I kind of inherit that from you. But also my funniest moment with you was when my mom hit me because I was making fun of somebody, and you were there to defend me, and you yelled at my mom. And I think it's funny because like I was young, and you were kind of like my guardian angel in a way. So every time you came to visit from El Salvador, I'd be very excited to see you, because you were just good vibes. I love you, Grandma.
One memory I had of Abuela is when I would always come over and she would always smile and call me handsome and say that I would always look like my dad. and she always made me happy, offered things to me, and I am so blessed for her. Thank you so much. Love you, Abuela.
My fellow Americans, good evening. First off, before I begin, I would just like to start by saying, God is good all the time.
All the time, God is good.
So, throughout my childhood, it was unfortunate that I had suffered amnesia. Fortunately, one memory I have, a very fond memory of mine, it involved my grandmother, my cousin Patrick, and his alleged sister Sharon. One morning, back in my Aunt Abigail's old place, Sharon had prepared us a breakfast, a batch of pancakes. As we began to eat, my grandma had a taste, and she was just disgusted by this foul pancake. In her feelings, Sharon went into her room, crying, depressed, understandable. Grandma looked at me and Patrick and said, I'm gonna make you a delicious batch of pancakes, the likes that you've never tasted before here. She proceeded, she made her batch of her batter and heated up the stove, batter in the pan. It was mesmerizing. I had my 3 pancakes, Patrick had his 3. I took a bite of that pancake, and it was the most delicious pancake I've ever had. It was the first and unfortunate last time I've had a batch of my grandma's pancakes. That evening I left sad because I had finished the pancakes, but happy that she saved me from tasting terrible pancakes. I love you, Grandma.
En mi corazón y en mi mente hay tantos recuerdos, pero hay uno en especial que me conmueve mucho. Muchas veces me quedé a dormir con ella, pero hay una en especial. Hay una en especial en la cual me acuerdo que dormimos bien noche hablando con ella. Esa noche me aconsejó, me dijo entre sus consejos, uno de sus consejos que me dijo muchas veces, que cuidara a mi mamá y honrara a mis padres. Sus recuerdos y sus consejos los llevo en mi corazón. Y Dios me hace sentir en mi corazón que ella está en un mejor lugar, que ella está descansando. Y hay tantos recuerdos, pero ese en especial lo llevo en mi corazón. Nunca creí que era una de las últimas noches que iba a estar con ella. Yo sé que no es un adiós, es un hasta pronto. Te amo, abuelita, te amo.
Bueno, para mí mi abuela siempre fue una mujer virtuosa, llena de consejos, alegrías y amor. Siempre fue una guerrera que la recordaremos. Aunque yo viví pocos momentos junto a ella, pero aún así esos momentos son de alegría, son momentos felices, y siempre la recordaré como una buena abuela, y la recordaré como una buena abuela, como una buena amiga, como una buena madre, que cada momento que estuvimos junto a ella es de amor y tranquilidad. Nos daba su afecto, siempre nos decía te amo, y así si me devuelves te amo yo. Así es que abuela, te amo mucho, siempre estarás en nuestros corazones. Te amo, abuela.
The one memory I have with my grandma is that when me and my brother were younger, she used to sit outside in a chair at our house, and we used to play catch with each other, and she used to share smiles and laughs. I miss you and I love you so much.
There's one memory about my grandma. She would always teach me to dance like this.
Abuela.
I love so much Grandma. I have one memory on my grandma, and I'm her doctor, and I take care of her so much. And I love her so much, and I give you a kiss. That she gave me money, and I take care of her so much. I give her a kiss every single day when I go to school, and I do stuff what she needs. I protect her a lot of days. Now she's in heaven. She's an angel. She's never gonna have pain, a belly ache, and get sick. She's an angel because she's with God. She loved me so much. Mama Abuela said that I'm her boy. She loved me so much. Protect me.
You love her?
Yep.
You miss her?
I miss her forever. Mommy on her wheel have blue heart. Mommy.
She love you?
Yeah.
La primera vez que conocí a mi abuela. I'm gonna also do this in Spanish, Spanglish, so English and Spanish. So anyways, I went to New York. I was about 10 years old, como 10 años por ahí. And it was the first time going to New York. And it was actually the first time going to an airport. I know that story because it was crazy. We got lost. We got lost in the airport, going to each terminal looking for my grandma that I've never seen before in my life. And to meet her for the very first time was amazing because I would just hear historias, like what she looked like, how she was, and she was literally a mixture of, you know, the entire family. And, you know, like I saw my mom in her, I saw my aunts in her, and even us, to be honest. And we found her. We finally found her after como 2 hours around there, lost in an airport. And, you know, I never, you know, thought that I would have a grandma, and she was the first grandma that I've met. And it was an amazing experience. She, you know, she had beautiful black hair, Salvadorian. I know when I met her, she was so young at the time. And como los años pasa bien rápido, y la cosa es que tienen que disfrutar la experiencia que tienen. You know, like you really have to enjoy life, especially with the experiences that you have, you know. And that's what I had with Grandma. Because of her, everyone's here. Because of her is what we had as a family. And, you know, with that, I want to say I love you, Grandma, because without you, our generations wouldn't be here, and you're passing the torch to future generations of ours. So I want to say I love you.
Una de las memorias que yo tengo de mi abuela es cuando yo iba a visitarla a la casa de mi tío. Ella se sentaba en el patio en una silla de 15 meses, y yo me sentaba con ella cara a cara y hablábamos de la vida. Y de antemano mi tío me dijo que me contó que había un vecino que siempre pasaba y la visitaba a ella. Entonces, una de las cosas que yo tengo especial con mi abuela es que siempre bromeo con ella. Y le dije, viejita, hay que arreglarte, hay que hacerte la trenza, te voy a poner perfume y te voy a poner bonita porque ahí viene tu novio. Y se enojaba la viejita. Y bueno, esa es una de ellas. Y la otra es cuando yo iba y la visitaba en la casa de mi tío y ella se acostaba y yo me arropaba con ella y ella me contaba la historia de cómo ella conoció a mi abuelo Chito. Y yo creo que eso es la única que me cuenta así, como que tiene esa confianza. Y son memorias que siempre van a estar aquí porque ella me dio muchos consejos antes de que yo me casara y son consejos que siempre lo voy a reservar para toda la vida. Te amo, abuela.
Abuelita querida, no me alcanzarían las palabras ni el tiempo para describirte. Solo puedo decir que eres una guerrera ante Dios y ante todas las personas que tuvimos el privilegio de conocerte. Eres amor, eres bondad. Recuerdo tantos momentos felices que viví a tu lado. Cuando estaba en esos momentos tristes y difíciles, tú siempre estuviste en tus brazos para abrazarme. Nunca olvidaré que te gustaban las hamacas y me acostaba contigo y me contabas esas historias tan bonitas que me hacían sentirme la niña más feliz del mundo. Te amé, te amo y te amaré, abuelita querida.
So one of the memories that I've been thinking about Grandma, since there's so many of them, I've spent 20 years of my life with her. So I had to come up with one, but every time the one memory that always popped up was this garden that my grandmother and I started back in El Salvador. And I think the reason why this memory came up all the time was because it's the one memory that I will be able to go back to and be tangible, in the matter that I could go to El Salvador and I could see her work. I could see the things she's done, and we can see how she's treated us, how the same manner that she's treated that garden, with love, with patience, with a lot of hard work for us to be where we are right now. So there's this garden in El Salvador right in front of our house, in which every single day my grandmother and I would work on. Every time I come from school, she would give me food. She would feed me and whatnot. And around 5 or 6 p.m., regardless of what I was doing, she would call me up because we had to water the plants. At times I would get annoyed. But then as years go by, you start realizing things that you wouldn't be able to do before, or start realizing before. I realized that this was amazing, this small project that we were able to do, because like I said before, it's a tangible memory that I have with my grandmother. And then just another memory that quickly I want to share is about this time when my grandmother was in the hospital back in October, which was a time where I thought that was it, that was the time that she would pass. We had this one night where I was able to talk about the deepest memories, about the deepest things, and then she really opened up to me, and then she told me that she loved me so much, and she had such an unconditional love for me. Why, I have no idea, but she did. And just for everything that you've done, for all the memories, for all the car rides, and for everything in my life that you've done, I want to say thank you, and I want to say, Abuelita, te amo mucho.
quiero. Yo no, yo quiero a todos mis hijos. Hembras y varones, los amo. Los tengo en mi alma. Los quiero, lo último, mis nietos también. A todos mis nietos, desde el más pequeño al más grande. A los de Dinora, los de Abigail, a los de Dircito, a los de Huguito, a los de Jennifer, a los de Lidita, a los de Idalia. Los amo a todos mis nietos, toda la vida. Cuando los veo, me siento gozosa, dichosa y engrandecida, porque tengo ese buen nieto. Yo no me admiro yo sola. Yo me siento feliz. Yo no voy a decir por qué tuvo tantos hijos. Los hijos sirven, sea como sea. Sirven, sean 10, sean 20. Los hijos le sirven a uno. Porque el día cuando uno más lo necesita. Por eso uno hay que aprender a criar sus hijos para que los hijos sean con uno. Amén.
Amén. Así es.